All right, JLC, we got the games that are coming up on Fox today, 1 o'clock Eastern. Ravens, Patriots, fun one there. Lions, Vikings, Raiders, Titans. Should be interesting to see which of those teams gets their first win. Saints at Panthers, and the Eagles at the Commanders. Eagles playing some great football so far. Carson Wentz doing a nice job for Washington as well. Let's talk about the slate of games here, and we'll start with the Ravens at the Patriots. The Ravens are 2.5-point favorites on the road here in New England. Seemingly a little bit of a surprise, knowing that the Patriots and what they typically do at home in their home opener. 44 is the over-under. What's the play here for you?
I like the under. Bill Belichick takes away the thing you do best. Well, this may sound crazy, but the thing the Baltimore Ravens do best is chuck the football all over the place. They can't run the ball right now. They know they can't run the ball right now, and they don't want to have to be an option-based football team in order to get the run going. Dobbins comes back. Could they do a little bit more of that? Maybe, but I don't think Dobbins is going to be what you're used to seeing J.K. Dobbins look like in his first game back. Everything I've heard about that is it's going to be a process. It was a fairly horrific injury, and I think they're going to have to be judicious with how he's used, and I'm just not sure he's going to be that explosive athlete from the onset that we expect. So Belichick, sit back, play zone, no man coverage. We know Lamar will run all over the field if we man it up, and I think he's going to take away Bateman and take away Andrews or do whatever he has to try to do that. Offensively, we know what the Patriots want to do, right? It's a two-headed monster at running back. It's 3 yards and a cloud of dust. It's getting Mac Jones in the situations where he can push the ball downfield, and then they are doing it. But no Jacoby Myers, right? Like, I just, this smells like an under. It feels like an under, and some of the Ravens' deficiencies defensively, I'm not sure that this Patriots team is really built to totally exploit, so I'll play the under.
And JLC knows a lot about the Ravens, host of a radio show at 105.7 The Fan in Baltimore, so he knows what to tell you about J.K. Dobbins. Just listen to him when it comes to your fantasy lineups. Let's talk about the Eagles and the Commanders here. Eagles 6.5-point favorites on the road. Philadelphia playing great. But give Carson Wentz and the Commanders some credit. They've done a nice job offensively. So, JLC, what's the play here for you? Over-unders 47.5.
I like the Eagles to cover here. This Eagles offense is pretty special, has the makings of a special offense. And you look at what they're able to generate on the ground, and you look at a Commanders defense that's allowing 7.5 yards per carry. And guys, they haven't really had to defend the quarterback in the run game yet. I mean, a few RPOs from Trevor Lawrence week 1, I guess, but like, this is a totally different animal. Teams are averaging over 4.2 yards before contact. I'll repeat that. Teams are averaging over 4.2 yards before contact against the Commanders. You guys know that the average, any given year, the average rush goes for 4.1 or 4.2. The Commanders are giving that up before they touch you. And now they got to defend Jalen Hurts. And if you go back to last year when Hurts and Sanders were in the lineup together for this matchup, the Eagles won by 10. They rolled up 240 yards rushing. Also, the Commanders giving up a 100-yard receiver every week. They're averaging over 12 yards per attempt on passes to receivers. They've given up the most 20 and 25-yard plays. And I also feel like the Eagles maybe learned a little bit of a lesson week 1, kind of taking their foot off the gas against the Lions, and that game got much closer than some of us would have liked. Backdoor cover. I think the Eagles keep running it up against the divisional opponent this week.
Wouldn't be a surprise in the Carson Wentz Bowl. I do think that Wentz will get some numbers in garbage time, but certainly I agree with you on the line there. I think the Eagles do cover the 6.5 against Washington. Let's talk about the Lions and the Vikings. Vikings 6-point favorites. They were embarrassed last week against the Eagles. We'll see how they bounce back this week in a division matchup. The 52.5 is the over-under. This feels like a lot of points, JLC. Are you buying that?
Well, give me the Lions team total of 22. Again, what they're doing on the ground is pretty special. They're mauling people. They're leading the NFL in yards on the ground before contact. Swift, even if he's limited, I'll buy him to make an impact while he's on the field. This is a Vikings defense that's having a lot of questions asked of it right now. And if the Lions are able to get explosion out of the run game, then I think you've got Cousins chasing with the pass. And he may. This looks like a Kirk Cousins bounce-back game, right? This is why the fantasy football people love him, because the yardage and the touchdowns, they happen. They just don't happen on prime time. But I'm buying this Lions offense. I'm buying them to score over 22 in this game. And there's a lot of player props there that you might want to look at too. Williams, anytime touchdown. I don't think what the Lions are doing in terms of their scheme and their brawn offensively is fluky.
I am those people, JLC. Kirk Cousins is our start of the week here on CBSSports.com. So love the setup here for Kirk Cousins. JLC, thanks so much for your time as always here. We'll recap your picks right now, but thank you for helping everybody win some money in Week 3 on a Sunday. Likes the 49ers to cover the 1.5 there at Denver. Likes the under between the Ravens and the Patriots. Takes the Eagles with the 6.5 there, and the Lions team total over 22 between the Lions and the Vikings.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.